For thousands of years, the single biggest threat to humanity wasn't war or famine. It was getting sick. The Black Plague wiped out up to half of Europe. Just a century ago, the Spanish flu infected a third of the entire planet. Getting sick has always been our default setting, an unavoidable part of being alive. What if that's about to change forever? What if we're the first generation in history to build a genuine, technological shield against sickness itself? This isn't about just finding new cures. It's about rewriting the entire game. For our entire existence, medicine has basically worked like this. You feel bad, you go to a doctor, they figure out what's wrong, and they try to fix it. It's totally reactive. It's like waiting for your house to be on fire before you call the fire department. It makes sense, it's all we've ever had. But now, we're flipping the script from reaction to prediction. And it all starts with data. More data than we've ever known what to do with. Think about the AI that can beat grandmasters at chess or generate photorealistic art from a sentence. Now, imagine pointing that same intelligence inward, at our own biology. Researchers are training AI to look at an X-ray or retinal scan and see things the best human doctors literally cannot. According to a landmark study in Nature Medicine, an AI developed by Google was able to detect signs of diabetic retinopathy, a leading cause of blindness, with an accuracy on par with human ophthalmologists. It wasn't just seeing the disease, it was seeing the ghost of the disease, the tiny, almost invisible patterns that come before the symptoms. That's the key, finding the fire when it's still just a spark. But where does all this data come from? You're probably wearing the answer on your wrist right now. That smartwatch or fitness ring isn't just counting your steps. It's becoming a 24/7 health sentinel. It's tracking your heart rate variability, your body temperature, your sleep patterns, your blood oxygen. It's building a personalized baseline of what healthy looks like, specifically for you. When I first got a smart ring, I thought it was just a fancy sleep tracker. But then I saw it. A few days before I got a nasty cold, my resting heart rate went up and my body temp spiked overnight. My ring knew I was getting sick before I did. Now, scale that up. Imagine not just a watch, but tiny, imperceptible biosensors that give you a constant, real-time feed of your body's key biomarkers. It's like having a weather forecast for your health. Alert! Your inflammation markers are rising. There's a 70% chance of a viral storm in the next 48 hours. Time to rest and hydrate. This changes everything. This isn't just a personal health revolution. It's a societal one. Think about the last few years. We saw how a single virus could shut down the global economy, strain our hospitals to the breaking point, and fundamentally alter how we live and work. Now imagine a world where we could see that coming on a massive scale. Where public health systems could predict an outbreak in a specific city a week in advance, just based on anonymized data from millions of wearables. The amount of human suffering and economic damage we could prevent is just staggering. But prediction is only half the battle. The next step is intervention. And that's where things get really wild. You've probably heard of CRISPR. It's often described as a search and replace tool for DNA. And honestly, that's a pretty good way to think about it. For the first time, we have a tool precise enough to go into our own genetic code and fix the typos that lead to devastating hereditary diseases like sickle cell anemia or Huntington's. It's one of the most powerful technologies humans have ever invented. And frankly, we're still figuring out the implications. The potential to eliminate genetic diseases before a child is even born is incredible. But it also opens up a huge ethical minefield about what we should and shouldn't change. We don't have all the answers yet, and that's both terrifying and thrilling. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is happening right now. If editing our own code is the software update, then the hardware upgrade is even crazier. I'm talking about nanotechnology. Picture microscopic robots, thousands of times smaller than a single grain of salt, patrolling your bloodstream. Their one job? Seek and destroy. They could be programmed to identify and eliminate cancer cells the moment they form, long before they can become a tumor. Or they could hunt down specific viruses and bacteria, acting like a programmable, hyper-targeted immune system. A 2022 report from the Wyss Institute at Harvard detailed progress on DNA nanobots that can be programmed to target specific cells. It sounds like something out of a video game, but it's grounded in real, promising science. This is our immune system, but supercharged. Okay, let's take a breath. An AI that predicts sickness, wearables that monitor us 24/7, genetic editing, and nanobot bodyguards. It sounds like a perfect, disease-free utopia. But it's not that simple. Who owns all this deeply personal health data? Your watch, your smart toilet, your DNA sequence. Is it you? Is it the tech companies? Can your insurance provider raise your rates because your data suggests you're at a higher risk for a heart attack? These are not trivial questions. We're building this plane while we're flying it, and the privacy implications are massive. And there's an even bigger question of equity. Will this technology be available to everyone? Or will we create a new biological divide? A world where the wealthy can afford to edit out diseases and live in a state of perfect, monitored health, while everyone else is left with the old, reactive system of getting sick and hoping for a cure. My biggest fear is that we could create a literal genetic gap between the rich and the poor. So, here we are, standing at a genuine turning point in the human story. For millennia, getting sick was just a roll of the dice. A random, unavoidable tragedy. We're now building a system to take randomness out of the equation. To move from being passive victims of our biology to active architects of our own health. It's not about cheating death, but about radically improving the quality of life for everyone. It's a shield, built not of steel, but of data, AI, and a deeper understanding of our own code. The path forward is complicated, full of ethical tripwires and tough conversations we absolutely need to have. But for the first time ever, a future with less sickness isn't just a hope. It's a blueprint. If you're as fascinated by this stuff as I am and want more deep dives into the tech that's shaping our future, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. And let me know in the comments, what part of this future excites you the most, or worries you the most? Let's talk about it.